Some of us have attended public schools and some of us have attended private schools. And throughout this, we've all asked this question once in our life. What is the difference between public schools and private schools, and which one is better? Now, of course, for the people who have attended both are exceptions, but there are some differences and contrasts between them. Like the cost. For the most part, public schools are taxpayer funded by the government, so students don't have to pay for tuition. You don't really have to pay to go to a public school, but it varies depending on the country, city or town you live in. You know when they say you get what you pay for, they mean that literally. Public schools are like a testament to getting a shitty education when the taxpayers are funding them. However, private schools charge tuition, and they charge. I promise you that for sure. The average tuition fee for a non-boarding private school is like 10k. So you know it's only the niggas that are swimming in money are taking their children to private schools. But considering the good infrastructure, learning resources, teaching students, safety, values, and all that good stuff, is probably worth the price for students to go to private schools to achieve well in their academics. So yes, I guess private schools can be fancy, but damn, why pay 10 bands just to go to a high private school? Just save your money and use that money for university instead. Apparently, private schools enroll anyone they want in their school and filter the students and the teachers that they do not want in their school, which is fair enough in my opinion, because one disruptive student can ruin the entire lesson, and that's the whole purpose of a private school all gone. And all your money you spend taking your child to a private school will all go to waste if you had an unqualified teacher teaching a student. So with that in mind, they typically enroll the smart kids, posh kids, the teachers' pets, of course, the rich kids, all the hard workers in school, or anyone who passed the entrance exams, to be honest. And as for public schools, all kids are eligible to go to a public school. It really doesn't matter who you are, my guy. This is why there's so many types of kids in high school. Now, the rules in private schools are way more stricter than public schools. But again, this statement is subjective. I could be wrong. Some public schools can be strict, I ain't gonna lie. Private schools started very early, like 8:30 a.m. And do you know it's a hustle waking up from your comfortable bed? If you even 1 minute late, you won't be getting just a warning, you're getting a straight detention. Being disruptive in class is completely forbidden in a private school. You'll be sent to the principal's office, plus get your parents called on you, and they expect you to do well in your grades, your tests, and your academics, and your punctuality should be 100% on point. If not, then you're getting a Saturday detention. Dog, why do I sound like your average annoying ass teacher, bro? Like, god damn. But I'm just saying what happens in a private school. Like, don't blame me, you get what I'm trying to say to you. The rules in public schools are pretty much the same, but at least they give you a warning before anything, depending on the severity. Again, I might be wrong about this statement. Public schools can be strict. Like, I know you guys in the comment section are going to attest to your strict ass public schools. Hell, my state school had some stupid ass rules, and if you want to know them rules, you can watch my video on the icon right here. But all in all, private schools are way more stricter, let's be real, bro. And I know private schools are serious and strict about their school uniform rules. Public schools can be strict as well, but the ratio of strictness in private schools versus public schools in terms of uniform is 10.5. In private schools, for girls, you weren't allowed to wear any jewelry, which included piercings, rings, necklaces, earrings, bracelets, or whatsoever. No nail polishing, no dyed hair. You must wear the school uniform appropriately. No skirts above your knees, no sweatshirts, no customized shoes, no nothing that they will not like. For boys, no jewelry, no facial hair, no sagging your trousers. So you man them that's trying to act like you guys are some bad man or some hooded man from the hood, yeah, private school ain't for you. No jumpers, always tucking your shirt, no hats, and oh, this is my favorite one, no jackets with brand logos in them. I don't know how any of this affects learning in any way, shape or form. Like, no one cares about people wearing jewelry or something, but obviously it is what it is. It's the schools, innit, making some retarded ass rules. Now, for the most part, you can wear any clothes you want in public schools, but it literally varies depending on where you live. Some places follow school uniforms, some places follow dress codes. In the UK where I live, public state schools students still had to wear school uniforms. I would probably think that school uniform was really a good idea, honestly, because you got people coming to school dressed like this. Personally, I don't want to see that in my vicinity, so yeah, school uniforms is actually not a bad idea if I'm being honest with you, man. Teachers in private schools can be a little bit too overqualified, I think. The teachers in private schools are like college professors level. I mean, it's the whole point if you're gonna pay like 10k to give your child a good education. The teachers must have a good education background, but goddamn, you can ask them, sir, what's your education? And they'll be saying shit like, I think I'm very qualified. I mean, I got a bachelor's degrees with rocket science at Harvard University. And yeah, I just decided to go to MIT just to take 5 courses at once. And obviously I got 5 master degrees and I scored high.
Shut up, bitch!
Yes, like we get it. You're a smart academic, but I promise you,
We don't give a fuck! Jesus! We don't give a fuck!
and teachers in private schools are strict, that's for sure. If you violate any rules, for example, using your phone in class or wearing a hat or a jacket in class, you're gonna get rolling louded in your face. However, teachers in public schools have all types. We have our classics: the weirdly personal teacher, the fine teacher. Come on, you know that, huh? You know what I'm doing. The weird teacher, the overly enthusiastic teacher, the till teacher that we all love, and so on. And broski, if I knew that private schools went on whole holiday vacations on their field trips, I would beg my mum so hard to pay my tuition fee just to go to private school, just to go to the field trips. Dog, how can they get to go to whole ass countries on their field trips? That's insane. They are lucky, bruv. I knew a guy that went to a private school, and my man said that in his field trips, he visited Paris, Italy, Greece, Amsterdam, Germany, Israel. The best thing is that the school paid for the trips as well. That is so lucky, G. I wish I had that shit. In public schools, we didn't get that. We just went to places depending on the subject. For example, in English, we go to the Harry Potter studio. For history, we'll go to the classic English castles or museums. For music, we'll go to the music theaters and so on. But don't get me wrong, I ain't complaining about it. It was cool and fun trips. But broski, you ain't going on a bus on your field trip in a private school. You're going on a whole ass aeroplane. That should say enough. Maybe this was all possible because there wasn't a lot of students in private schools than public schools, because public schools had too much students in them. But hey, it is what it is, innit? You know, the ones there. Bro. Private schools have undoubtedly the best infrastructure. The building looks much better than public schools. Toilets are clean by basic standard. The ACs actually work. Books are organized neatly, no rubbish on the floor, nice culture, loads of resources at your disposal, good food, elegant classes, serious students. Well, not everyone in private schools are serious, but hey, we move. Some private schools can be completely mid as well. So obviously this is not an objective statement for private schools, but public schools, goodness me, everything about public schools is straight garbage. Teachers trash, food trash, outfit trash, everything's dirty as shit. Student throwing toilet papers everywhere. You got that one minister's raging his ass off in the class. People skipping school, police occasionally visiting the school, events happening time after time, either at school lunch, recess, or after school. The list goes on and on forever. And that's literally the tip of the iceberg. It was kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie with you, broski. And that's pretty much it. Hey man, by the time that this video is out, I might have reached 10k, so thank you so much in advance. Like, you guys don't know how much you guys mean to me. I love you. 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 That's what my boy Kai said. I love you. Nah, but I actually mean I really do love you guys. But hey man, do me a favor. Like, subscribe, and share if you can. Obviously, you know what I'm trying to say, bro. Obviously, just because you hit 10k don't mean that it's over. You know, the one's there. Other than that, have a good day. Cheers.